So I do have Buffalo as well, 14-3, and 5-1 in the division.
Yeah, I think I had them 5-1 in the division.
I have them as the number 2 seed in the AFC.
What do you got? Second through four in that lovely AFC
So
East.
second, I have New England at 7-10.
All right, I have them at 8-9.
Okay. I have Miami, and I'm kind of torn on this. I think it's going to be flip. I think at the end of the day, it's going to be flip flop. These two teams. I think I have the Dolphins at 6-11,
Yep, same.
followed by the followed by the Jets at 5-12.
All right, I have the Jets at 4-13, but I have the Dolphins at 6-11.
Okay. Yeah, no shocker. I think this is. Yeah, I think a lot of people. Yeah, I don't really
This
see the point
division's
of this.
not good. Um,
No.
a couple of the simulations I had the Jets at 5 wins. I think I had them as a high at 6, but um, they're not good. The Dolphins aren't good. The Patriots are going to be competitive, but I don't think they're good. Um, yeah, so to me, this is a runaway, easy division title for Buffalo, and the rest of the division does not make the playoffs.
Right. You want to go AFC North?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. I have the Baltimore Ravens, the number 1 seed at 14-3.
I have Baltimore at 12-5.
Okay. What that's the 2 seed, I'm assuming.
No. I have the Chiefs.
Okay.
Little spoiler, but
Okay.
I have the Chiefs with a better record.
Okay. I have Pittsburgh making the playoffs, the 7 seed at 9-8.
I have Pittsburgh at 10-7.
I have Cincinnati 8-9.
Cincinnati 8-9.
I have Cleveland 5-12.
I have Cleveland 5-12 as well.
The AFC West. Let's go to the West. I have Kansas City 13-4.
I have Kansas City 14-3.
I have the LA Chargers 11-6.
I have the Chargers at 11-6.
I have Denver at 11-6.
I have Denver at 10-7.
And I have the Raiders at 3-14.
Ooh, I have the Raiders at 6-11.
Yeah, I think I'm
The Raiders
pretty
is the
spot.
one I was shocked about. To be frank, um, and this game, I 99.9% sure I will be wrong about, but I have them beating the Eagles in Week 15.
I hope that Canadian goof doesn't hear that.
It's there's it's the week after the Chargers game. Kind of like how I had that feeling. And hey, they didn't lose it last year, but I thought that Carolina game was going to be the game late in the season that is a little weird and they could potentially lose. I kind of had that same feeling about this Raiders game.
Um, the AFC South. I have Houston winning division at 9-8.
I have Houston winning the division, but I have them at 11-6.
I have Jacksonville also 9-8.
I have Jacksonville at 10-7.
I have Indianapolis at 5-12.
I have the Titans at 5-12, the Colts 4-13.
Yeah, I have the Titans at 5-12. Anything that you want to expand on?
No, I think this is the worst division in football. Like 11 to me for the Texans is high. Even 10 for Jacksonville might be too high. 9 and 8, I think both of these teams are. That's a little more accurate to what they are. Um, and the Colts and the Titans are bad.
Yeah, the Titans. I think they'll be fighting for that. The worst in the South. Let's go to the NFC North.
A very interesting division.
I have 3 teams making the playoffs.
Okay.
I have Green Bay, the 3 seed, at 11-6.
I too have the Packers at 11-6.
I have the 6 seed, Detroit Lions, 9-8.
I have Detroit at 10-7.
I have Minnesota, the 7 seed, at 9-8.
I have Minnesota at 8-9.
And I have the Chicago Bears at 7-10.
Same here, Bears 7-10.
Let's go to the NFC South now, Matt. I have the Bucks winning the NFC South at a record of 10-7.
They win the NFC South for me at 11-6.
I have the Atlanta Falcons at 9-8.
Same here.
I have Carolina 8-9.
Carolina 8-9.
New Orleans 4-13.
New Orleans 4-13.
The NFC West, the LA Rams, the number 2 seed, 12-5.
I have the Rams at 11-6, but they are also. No, I have the Rams as the 3, Packers as the 2.
Okay. The 49ers at 9-8.
I have the Seahawks in second place at 9-8.
What do you have the Niners at?
Last place tied with the Cardinals for 7-10. That's 7-10.
I have Seattle 8-9. And I have Arizona 8-9.
That's one game difference, except for we have the Seahawks and Niners swept.
Yeah. The only thing we're really off has been one team, and that was Vegas.
Yeah.
That was the only. Everything else is one off. Or maybe there was another one with 2. But next up is the NFC.
The East.
I got to tell you about Michael Lopez's.
Yes.
Because that's a thing that we've been running with. I'll tell you that after. But I have Philadelphia winning the NFC East, number 1 seed in the NFC at 12-5.
I too have the Eagles winning the division and the number 1 seed at 12-5.
I have Washington making the playoffs at 9-8.
I have Washington at 9-8 as well.
I have Dallas at 8-9.
I have Dallas at 7-10.
And I have the Giants at 5-12.
Giants 5-12. What were your records for the AFC East? They were the only ones I didn't write down.
Okay, Bills 14-3, Patriots 7-10, Dolphins 6-11,
Jets 5-12. Okay.
Wow. So, inside information for the audience here and for those that listen to this. Obviously, Eric and I went through. We went heavily through around the league, did 2 teams a day, blah blah blah, and we talked about it a lot off air, and kind of thought we'd be pretty similar because I feel like, well, actually, our feelings are justified because literally outside of the Raiders, we are either the same or a game off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only the Raiders.
Raiders were the biggest discrepancy.
Yeah. You had them, what, 6 wins?
So, yeah. That's actually pretty nuts. Because, we talk about it, and there's been years where we felt like we were on the same page, and then when we did our predictions, there's a little bit of differentials. Like last year. Last year, I thought we were pretty pretty in sync with what we were thinking, and then, like, I had a couple teams that were, like, way too high, a couple teams that were super low, and Eric was more accurate with overall with the whole gist of the league. But dude, this year we're in lockstep.
I mean, I get called. I've gotten, kind of said this over about 5 shows now, where I said there's going to be there's probably about 13
Yep.
to 14 teams that are 9-8, 8-9. I mean, I'm counting them. I have 13 teams, 9-8 or 8-9.
Yeah, that's.
So just as what I said it was going to
Yep.
happen. I think we're going to be. Dude, I mean, I don't want to sound conceited there, but I think it's just like looking over the rosters, doing a double check, doing a triple check, kind of really doing our due diligence. I mean, unless some major injuries start to happen, where it's like tons of injuries are happening, I think teams are kind of even. Like, there's a lot of teams that are just even. Like, you look at years past, and you're like, oh man, like there's a lot of like some divisions 13-4, and then the second place team is like 6 wins, 7 wins. I mean, I think the South is going to be like down to those 2 teams, the Jags and Texans. The NFC South is going to be competitive. The NFC West is going to be competitive. The NFC North is going to be competitive, and Phil, I think there's going to be a lot of competitive football. Like I really do. That sounds like like kind of like a dumb statement to make, but I really think there's going to be a lot of like even teams out there where you sit there and go, oh, like 8 wins, 9 wins. Okay, like there's a lot of like 500 teams.
Yeah, there's not a lot of teams that are necessarily bad, but I feel like, and I know how we've talked off the air. There's a lot of teams that are like a year or 2 away from
Yeah,
being like competitive. So you just get this hodgepodge of teams that are okay. They're not bad. They're not good. So they're going to hang around. They're going to be 8-9 wins, competing for a playoff spot. With how things tend to shake out, if a couple 1-score games break their way, they might hit 10. If they go the opposite way, they might hit 7. And
yeah.
I just think
But
that's where a lot of teams are right now.
Yeah, but I think there's a 2, like 1-2 win little differential there. Like,
Yeah, I always consider it a 2-game swing.
like yeah,
I just think that's like you're kind of looking for the predictions are kind of like a sweet spot at best. What I think they could be, or like this team, if things go the way they should, this is what this team is. But I always give it a 2-game swing just in case injury or there's teams that are going to look good in the first 4 weeks that fall off the cliff. So this trying to do predictions and what I think what a team's record is for the season is a basic average of what I think they could be. It's not at their best. It's not at their worst. It's just average what I think they could be. So just kind of throw like 2 plus or minus 2 onto a record for what they could be at their best or worst.
yeah, yeah. It's just yeah. Like we've been preaching this, for a little bit now. So it's nothing like I don't think like worth saying anything that go, oh, like this is breaking news.
It shouldn't be.
Like,
If you've been paying any remotely any attention, yeah, it should not be shocking.
yeah, it's just it's good to get it out there.